Hey guys, it's Monday, March 19th, 2018. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of hillSTORY Marketing. And this is the Daily Mix TV. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It was St. Patrick's Day in New York City. It was absolutely stunning. The parade was beautiful. The masses celebrating in the streets was peaceful and fun. And watching so many people just enjoying a good time was an absolute pleasure to watch. Now, speaking of a pleasure to watch, in every couple, one of, whether it's the husband or the wife, or the husband or the husband, or the wife or the wife, in every couple, there's one that chooses the movies and there's one that chooses the TV shows, and sometimes the same one chooses both. Typically, or historically, I should say, Kylie, my wife, her movie choices have not been my favorite things. They've been good movies, just not my kind of bag. Now, I am so proud to admit I was wrong. Kylie wanted to go see Love, Simon this weekend, and you know what? Complete blow away. There is hope in Hollywood in the age of political correctness after all. Now, if you haven't heard of Love, Simon, here's the synopsis. Basically, everyone deserves a great love story, but for 17-year-old Simon Spear, it's a little more complicated. He hasn't told his family or friends that he's gay, and he doesn't know the identity of the anonymous classmate that he's fallen for online. Resolving both issues proves hilarious, terrifying, and life-changing. Look, this film is the perfect marriage of a real-life issue, quality writing, and a balanced movie indicative of so many coming-of-age stories. It was really well done, and honestly, if you get the chance, please go see it. It was a nice return to what I love about movies, storytelling. Now, I apologize for the casual wear on a Monday, but today is a day of service for me. At hillSTORY Marketing, we ask our team members to volunteer their time for charity or community. Now, obviously, as Rock and Rawhide is the charity that my wife and I co-founded, I'm going to be helping to increase adoption levels of dogs and cats in shelters from about noon today. Now on to the news. Speaking of dogs, honestly, you just can't make this shit up. You could call the dog days for United, but that's just an insult to canines. The troubled airline has now had its third pet-related screw-up in less than 1 week. So on Thursday, a dog at Newark Liberty International Airport, New Jersey, bound for Akron, Ohio, was accidentally loaded onto a flight to St. Louis. Now, after realizing the issue, United opted to reroute that flight to the dog's intended destination, delaying everyone on board. This is where I've got a serious issue. The airline has been plagued by PR disaster after PR disaster. One would think they would have implemented a strict guideline immediately to avoid this kind of thing from happening. Are you guys crazy? I mean, United has literally become the butt of late night jokes. Now, if I were a shareholder, I'd be absolutely furious. Here's the thing. I actually have the perfect solution for United, but I doubt they're going to take me up on it. We're putting together a tour for Rock and Rawhide across the country. Now, if they hopped on the tour as the primary sponsor, I could guarantee a much better image for them. So I'm going to reach out to them today. Let's see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Now, it looks like America's favorite hippies are giving you what you need for munchies ahead of the summer. Ben & Jerry's has released a limited edition batch flavor called Gimme S'More. It hit store shelves on March 15th. Now, you may be thinking, wait a minute, doesn't Ben & Jerry's already have a s'mores ice cream flavor? Well, you'd be right. That's correct. This new one, however, is a complete departure. Unlike the brand's original s'mores flavor, which is made with chocolate ice cream base, Gimme S'Mores has a toasted marshmallow ice cream base. That sounds really good right about now. It also features chocolate cookie swirls, graham cracker swirls, and fudge flakes. Now, for Ben & Jerry's, this is absolutely brilliant. It's the perfect time to announce this limited batch flavor as we begin to transition from winter to spring, giving everyone anticipation for summer. Basically, they're using one of their most popular flavors with a twist to promote the overall brand headed into a key power period, summertime. So it's going to be interesting to watch the balance in sales and how they're looking at their core flavor sales versus this limited batch sale. Using limited batch or limited edition to drive key power periods, as I've said before, is a smart thing to do. and Ben & Jerry's doesn't do it all that often. So it's not like some of the other consumer packaged goods companies that are literally pumping out limited edition after limited edition every month. So very cool. Can't wait to see what happens with our friends at Ben & Jerry's, but we'll keep you posted. Now, it looks like Cheetos Cheetah is going to have to run that last mile to New York City on his own. Scores of Big Apple convenience stores have run out of Cheetos, Doritos, and other Frito-Lay products. Now, fans are asking, who do I blame? Frito-Lay co-owner PepsiCo CEO Indra Nooyi is who you should be going after, guys. Frito-Lay started to cut the pay of its drivers last year by as much as 33%, or about $30,000, moving dozens of their drivers to walk. Now, Frito-Lay is claiming they're moving to a more salary-focused platform as opposed to commission-based on performance. So as such, there aren't enough trucks on the road to fill the need because there aren't enough drivers. So as an example, at one depot, about a third of their staff have quit since the new pay scale took effect. The company is claiming that this is only temporary, guys, and that it's primarily in urban markets where they're experiencing these problems. I smell a rat. Many drivers have decided to take on second jobs to pay the bills, while Frito-Lay's revenue rose 1.6% last year to $15.8 billion. But that was based on higher prices, not growth of distribution, not growth of sales. That unto itself is exactly what's wrong with business today. We've been raising prices because volumes aren't going out the door, and we want to make sure that our actual sales revenue number is staying at least flat, if not up. So shareholders and executives are wondering why revenues and profits are doing this. They're all upside down, and it's basically a roller coaster ride. It's the treadmill to hell for a consumer packaged goods company to do this. My advice, take a look at your demographics, guys, their wants and desires, and rather than break the bank because sales will not rise on higher prices, perhaps you should try parity pricing and create and drive a deeper marketing platform that will get you a brand advocate for life, such as you used to covet. Now, in places like New York, convenience is everything. If you're missing for even one day, don't expect customers to come back. In Frito-Lay's case, this is hubris at best. Certainly mismanagement at worst, because what you have is all of these drivers having to take on a second job. I was reading an interview with one driver who decided to take on an Uber route, just to pay his bills. These are middle-class jobs, upper middle class, regular middle class, which are incredibly important for the economy. So Frito-Lay, instead of doing the right thing, raises their prices because they're literally getting hemorrhaged off of shelves by healthier salty snack alternatives and fruits and vegetables. So instead of tackling that demon, they decide to raise prices because their distribution is down. That makes absolutely zero sense, and it really will completely flatline your brand if you're not careful. People wonder why I love Wise more than Frito-Lay. Well, this is one good example of that. Only 2 days left until the Man of Steel's grandfather takes the airwaves. Krypton is debuting on SyFy on March 21st. Now, normally I'm not into this kind of thing, as I'm not a fan of the prequel series on Fox called Gotham, which is about Batman. It's a very popular show. I watched the first season or two, and it was good, don't get me wrong. Just not my kind of bag. It wasn't as much fun to me as the original shows or movies. Now, guys, this is all opinion, and at the end of the day, you may love what I don't, I may love what you don't, but I've seen several previews of Krypton, and I can say with 100% certainty, this is not the case here. Watch what I mean.
The story of my family is one of triumph and sacrifice. How we led a revolution against tyranny. And now it falls on my shoulders to save my world.
Someone from the future is coming to destroy Krypton. Because where I'm from, your grandson becomes the greatest hero of the universe.
The story of my family isn't about how we died. It's about how we lived.
You know, it just really, it looks like it's going to be completely blow away. So tune in on Wednesday, March 21st, SyFy. I believe it's about 10 o'clock Eastern time. One last reminder, on Sunday, March 25th, remember I'll be taking the stage for Petco Foundation, Petco, and the Mayor's Alliance for New York City's Animals in New York City's Union Square Park North, directly across from Petco Union Square on the corner of 17th and Broadway. It's the All for Love adoption rally from 12 to 5. So come by and give me some paw, all right, guys? My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of hillSTORY Marketing. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.